So today, we're diving into the incredible ideas from Brian Tracy's Believe It to Achieve It. We're going to build a step-by-step guide to unlock your own potential. And it's not about finding some secret out there, it's about changing what's going on in here. And it all starts with a pretty amazing story. You've probably heard this famous quote from Michelangelo. He said he wasn't really creating his masterpiece from nothing, he was just revealing it. He saw what was already there. And wow, what a powerful way to think about our own potential, right? The very first step is seeing that masterpiece hiding inside ourselves. And that's really the big idea here. Just like that statue was trapped inside a block of marble, your best self is often buried under layers of self-doubt, fear, and all these beliefs we pick up along the way. So our goal today isn't to add anything new to who you are. It's to start chipping away everything that's holding you back.
Okay, so before a sculptor can even pick up a chisel, they have to know what they're working with. And that's our first step, and it's absolutely crucial. We have to identify the specific mental blocks, all that excess marble that's keeping you from really moving forward.
I absolutely love this analogy. Just think about it. You could have this amazing high-performance car, right? But if just one brake is locked up, it doesn't matter how hard you slam on the gas pedal. You're just going to spin in circles. Well, that is exactly what one single hidden belief can do to your life. It can stop all your progress, no matter how hard you're working.
So let's get specific. What are we actually trying to remove? We're talking about self-limiting beliefs. And here's the key thing to remember. These beliefs are almost never based on actual facts. They're just ideas we've heard or told ourselves so many times that we've accepted them as the truth. And you know what the best news is? Anything that can be learned can be unlearned.
The book really boils these down into two big categories. On one side, you've got the fear of failure. This is that I can't voice in your head that just paralyzes you and stops you from even trying. And on the other side, there's the fear of rejection. This one is more of a I must pattern. It pushes you to act, but for all the wrong reasons, to make other people happy instead of yourself. Do either of those sound a little familiar?
Okay, so we've spotted the excess marble. Now, how in the world do we get rid of it? This is where we get to the fun part. We're talking about our sculptor's tools, the mental techniques we can use to start completely rewriting our own internal script.
All right, this right here, this is our foundational tool, the law of substitution. And it's so powerful because it's so simple. See, your mind can literally only focus on one single thought at a time. So the second a negative thought pops into your head, you have the power to consciously kick it out and replace it with a positive one. That choice is always yours to make.
So let's put this into practice right now. Here's a 4-step exercise. Step 1, you gotta catch that negative thought as it happens. Step 2, challenge it. Seriously, ask yourself, is this really 100% true? Step 3, use that law of substitution and consciously swap it for an empowering thought. And step 4, and this is key, you have to repeat it over and over. You're building a new mental habit, and that's just like building a muscle at the gym.
And that is why that repetition is so important. This quote is really the foundation of this whole process. Your dominant thoughts, the ones you keep coming back to, they literally shape your reality, your actions, and ultimately who you become. The goal is to make sure those dominant thoughts are working for you, not against you.
So, how do we make this whole thing a habit? Deciding to change is one thing, but the real magic, the real transformation happens with consistent daily action. This is about making your mindset a daily practice, just like a sculptor who shows up to their studio every single morning.
So here's a super practical daily checklist from the book. I mean, look at this. It covers everything from what you say to yourself, like that simple but incredibly powerful phrase, I like myself, to the people you surround yourself with and what you're feeding your mind. Every single one of these 7 points is a concrete action you can take every day to reinforce that new positive mindset.
Okay, but let's be real. How do you actually know if any of this stuff is working? I mean, progress in our own heads can feel kind of vague, so we need a way to make it tangible, something we can actually see.
Check this out. Here's a really simple but powerful way to track your growth. At the beginning of the week, you pick a limiting belief that's bugging you, and you rate your confidence in overcoming it on a scale of 1 to 10. Then, after a week of practice, using the checklist and rewriting your thoughts, you rate it again. Seeing that number go up, even if it's just from a 3 to a 5, is real, solid proof that you're making progress. You're actually chipping away at that marble.
Let's go back to that idea of positive mental food for a sec. Your mind is just like your body. It becomes what you feed it. So you have to ask yourself,
Are you consuming mental candy? Gossip, endless negative news, mindless scrolling? Or are you feeding it mental protein? Things like this book, or other inspiring and educational material that actually helps you grow.
And if you're ready to go a little deeper, here are 3 really powerful questions from the book for you to reflect on. Now, these are not easy questions, but if you answer them honestly, they can reveal so much about your hidden obstacles and the best path forward. That last one especially. It's a game changer. Who do you have to become to achieve your goals?
And that really brings us to the most important point of all, the final goal. It isn't just about achieving some success or getting the shiny object. The real victory, the true masterpiece, is the person you become along the way. It's the character, the resilience, and the self-belief you build while you're chipping away at your own limitations. That transformation, that's the real work of art.
So, I'm going to leave you with this final thought. You have the block of marble. That's you. And now you have the tools. The only question left is, what masterpiece are you going to create? If you could chip away everything that wasn't the real you, who would you find standing there?